After the 2026 edition of Phantom Theater, I will be taking over Kings Island, and this is what we'll all be adding over the next 10 years. In 2027, Kings Island will finally get their standout coaster, as I will be adding Ghost of Beast, the 218-foot RMC Hyper Hybrid coaster that will tower over Action Zone, will become Kings Island's best coaster and compete to be the best coaster in the world. Also in 2027, we will be repainting Banshee because it really needs it. Some fresh paint will go along with this addition just because Banshee is near it. In 2028, we will be finishing the Action Zone area, turning it into the Haunted Woods, with Drop Tower being rethemed to the Final Fall, and Vertigo getting rethemed to the Blue Widow. Congo Falls will become the Plunge of Doom, and Delirium will become the Coffin Rocker. The retheme will help bring life back to Action Zone, which has been the worst area of the park since Cedar Fair has taken over. We will go back to this area of the park later, but for now, it's time to move on to 2029, where the budget is very limited, so we'll be retracking Racer in sections, because this would have been 5 years since the work that was done to the coaster, so it'll probably be starting to get rough again. 2029 is also a special year because it's the Beast's 50th birthday, so the rest of the money will be going to putting signs outside the ride, repainting the footprints on the ground right before the season to make sure this area of the park looks great for Kings Island's most famous coaster's 50th year at the park. In 2030, we will be starting the next big project. Starting by removing the Tomb Raider building and adding a new flat ride is Imperla Nebulous. This is one of the only things that Rivertown lacks. It has 3 of Kings Island's best coasters, but that's it, so a flat ride could really help, and Nebulous is perfect mix of family thrill for Rivertown. The name of this ride will be Cobra Cyclone. 2031 will slow down a little bit, retheming Surf Dog to fit Camp Snoopy, which could be done at any point, but now seems like the best time to do it because no other projects will be going on, except for some prep work happening for the next year project, because in 2032, just 5 years after Kings Island's last coaster, will be finally be replacing Vortex with an Intamin Blitz named Viper Strike. As they're adding Ghost of Beast and IRMC Hybrid, the only thing Kings Island really needs is a great launch coaster, and that's exactly what an Intamin Blitz does. It's one of the best coaster models in the world, so it just makes too much sense to add one of the world's best coaster models to Kings Island's best area of the park. Especially after the addition of these 2 coasters, Kings Island will be the top of the best parks in the world for most people. 2033 will be another no-ad year as we get ready for the next larger project, with Mystic Timbers getting some track work because it will be 16 years old at this point and will probably be starting to get rough. This will help complete the work in Rivertown and keep it as one of the best theme park areas in the world. 2034 and 2035 will be very similar to that, just simple retracking work for the wooden coasters and maybe a repaint for Diamondback or Orion, as we have plans for something much larger coming up. 2036 we will also not be adding anything. We will be removing Vertigo and Congo Falls. This has been a long time in the making, but we don't really want to be removing rides without being able to replace them because we had more important things to take care of. But finally, it's time for them to go, and the replacement will be coming in 2037, a RMC Raptor. It may not seem to fit the park really well because it's a single rail coaster and has low capacity. However, other parks make it work and would fit really well at the front of the park. Other parks similar in size make it work really well, so if Kings Island has a multi-move station and 3 trains, they should be fine. This just makes too much sense because Action Zone really just needs a super intense coaster, and with the years before, Kings Island really already has everything they could need, so a cheaper model that's high thrill and fits well at the front of the park makes way too much sense. Other things I could see happening over the next 10 years are the bat getting removed due to age. However, it makes sense to keep it just because it was more popular last year than it's been in a long time with the height requirement change. This also made it Kings Island's best family coaster, so keeping it made sense to me. I could also see them moving a project to Kings Island's 60th anniversary in 2032 because they did not really do anything big for their 50th, or they could do nothing. It really depends on what they want to go with. They could have it very similar to the 50th, or they could do something big. It really depends on where Six Flags budget is at that time. Why we went with doing nothing though is because it's a 60th anniversary, it's not a 50th or 100th, so it's not as big, but they could do something. It just really depends on how they want to move it around. The other thing I could see Kings Island doing differently is not removing the Tomb Raider building, as one of the main buildings they use for haunt and they also use it for storage, but I wanted to remove it just because it's an eyesore in Rivertown and a good location for a flat ride. However, with them using it for haunt and storage, they probably might keep it, but I wasn't really focusing on haunt or their storage. I was more focusing on making the best park for the regular season. So give me your thoughts on what you would do if you ran Kings Island over the next 10 years, and tell me what you think I did as Kings Island general manager for a 10-year span. Bye guys, see you all next time.